Hello guys and welcome to another video. Today I want to show you some drum groove pattern in Ableton Live. I will cover especially hi-hats but also some claps and rides. These patterns are my personal basic drum patterns that I'm using in my personal tracks. You know, there are endless variations in drum grooves and drum patterns and you can get really creative on this one, but I will show you my basic patterns today. So let's get into it. So we are here in Ableton Live and yeah, I start with a basic 909 hi-hat. So yeah, always find the C3 and you know, I start with a basic 909 offbeat hi-hat. You know, the decay is very important and it depends also on your BPM. If you have a faster BPM, you have a shorter decay. If you have a slower BPM, you have a longer decay, you know. So yeah, this is like the basic offbeat 909 hi-hat. I will continue with the 16 one. Here you can also get really creative, especially on the velocity. You have to create some kind of groove out of this velocity. You know, it's also a 909 hat. This one is a little bit brighter. In this case, I'm using a brighter hi-hat that you can separate the frequencies in both hi-hats, because if they're on the same frequency, you can't hear each other. So yeah, on the 16 hi-hat you can get creative with the velocity, but you can also use some grooves. Yeah, also besides swing, groove, whatever, and the velocity, you can also play with the decay and using automations or the modulation. So yeah, we have the basic hi-hats here. It's the offbeat 909 and the 16th note, also 909, but a brighter one. So yeah, in the next step we continue with some open hat. Great, also a pattern here. I will find the C3 because this is like the basic root note, and then I will also play here with the velocity. And let's check. I also add some panning here to separate it from the other hi-hats and leave space for them. So yeah, let's check this one. There's also some reverb here. I'm using the Raum reverb from Native Instruments, but you can use also the Ableton reverb. It's also very good, especially for hi-hats. It's enough. So yeah, these are my 3 patterns. Now I will continue also with some offbeat head, but this time I want to try another pattern. You know, I'm working here as with the synth with the call response. So this is the first hi-hat and this is the response. So yeah, as you can see, I've added also a clap here. You know, there are also a lot of variations, especially in hard groove. You're using the most time the offbeat clap or the second kit. But in most cases, I'm using the clap to add a lot of energy to the track, and using this on every hit with the kick, you know, and then just get rid of that and put in some hi-hat or some ride or some new elements, and yeah, the clap on the kick adds a lot of energy to the track. So that's why I'm using this on every step of the kick. But yeah, you can use it also on the second one. It depends on your groove and your music, but yeah, like I said, there are endless variations, but this is like my case. You can add also a lot of reverb to the clap and just add only one big clap and fill out the space with this. But yeah, like I said, in most cases I'm using this technique. So now we continue with some ride. You know, also again 909 ride. The choose of your sounds depends on you, but yeah, with 909 sounds you do nothing wrong, so that's why I'm using this in this tutorial. You know, the secret on the ride is add a lot of reverb to it, so it fill out the space, got the low frequencies. I use also some sidechain for this one because it would sound very static with the big reverb. And yeah, that's pretty it on the 909 ride. as you can see, you have to experiment with the grooves, with the note length, with the velocity, with the samples, and get really creative, especially on the other hi-hats, you know, like, you know, you will have always the offbeat hi-hat like this one, but you have to add some more patterns to get our creative and moving patterns. And if you using the swing here, you have to use it also on this one, that they match with the 16th hi-hat. You know, here on the right you can hear it takes a lot of space if you don't make the low cut, so you can't really hear the other elements. And when I cut it off, like at 1000 Hertz, you have a much cleaner mix because you can hear also the other elements, you know. So yeah, always check the EQ and clean up your samples to have a clean mix at the end, because after in the master you will get some problems that, yeah. So yeah, this is it, guys. I could make tweaks here forever, you know, the velocity, the patterns, the pitch, the length, the decay, the sound itself. So yeah, you can get really creative here. This is like a basic drum groove pattern I would go for in a basic track. So yeah, I hope you could get some creative ideas out of it. And if you don't want to miss any valuable tips in the future, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you have any questions or something, let me know in the comments down below, and see you in the next video.